Hello everyone, this is MJ, and you are at my channel called Reading This Life. My channel is where we talk fiction, friends, and fun. Today, let's do an update on my Read What You Own challenge. Stay tuned. And remember, before we get started, if you are brand new, welcome to my channel. And if you are a longtime subscriber or viewer, thanks for coming back. It's awesome to see you. Okay, so this week I hit a little bit of a mini goal, I guess. So let me get my chart out. We hit 40. So we're almost halfway. Now, this was a struggle this week because of life obligations, work, energy level. I didn't have a lot of reading time available to me, and I only finished one book. So that's where we're at. Last week I think I finished 3. So since we last spoke, I got 4 more done. We're going to go through them, and we're just going to talk a little bit about them because 2 of them I'm going to have dedicated review videos for the Banned Books Challenge. Okay, so let me go get my laptop and let's get into the books. All right, so since we last spoke, I ended with Big Bad, and that was one of the creature features available on Kindle. So the first one that I read was, after that, was I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings by Maya Angelou. 5-star read. Fantastic. Highly recommended. I will put a card here in case you did not see that review video that I put out. Then I read James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time. This is a reread for me. I read this first back in 2018, and I wanted to read it again to see if the information hit me the same way. And it did, if not in a more powerful way. James Baldwin is a fantastic author. His truth, the way that he conveys his truth is very, how do I want to say? It's very compelling. It's very compelling for him to tell his story and for us to absorb his story. And it is highly, highly recommended. Ooh, Watson, Watson's navigating around my microphone. 5 stars to James Baldwin. Highly recommended if you've never read it before. And this is a banned and/or challenged book. As with Maya Angelou, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Then I did a buddy read with Roy Reads Anything. We did Meddling Kids, and this is by Edgar Cantero. And I'm not going to lie, it took me a little bit to get into this book. It has very Scooby-Doo themes. It's meant to be campy. I think that the plot could have been more, but it was okay. It was okay. I'm not going to say it was just fine because I think it was a little bit better than fine. I wish some of the characters weren't as campy and some of the situations weren't as campy, but I did enjoy the little Lovecraftian vibe that they put in there. And a lot of the humor was fun too. So it was a fun read if you've never read Meddling Kids. I do recommend it. It just wasn't, I don't think it was the right book for me at that time. I think I gave it 3 stars. Okay, then I put up a buddy read review video with Michael Romeo Talks Books. This is a buddy read that we did, and it was for Whitley Strieber's The Hunger. Oh my gosh, was this so good. This book was so compelling to read. If you are not a horror reader, this is a perfect entry-level book for you. It blends a little bit of science with it. We talk about themes of aging and what happens when our companion starts aging and we don't. Of course, I don't think it's no spoiler, but it's about an ancient vampire and the people that she has around her and the people that she wants to have around her. Compelling. The prose is almost like a dreamlike artistry. You are right there with the characters. The ending, fantastic. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm not going to say anything. But if you love vampires and you like David Bowie because he starred in the movie with Susan Sarandon and Catherine Deneuve, check it out. I'll leave a link to the movie trailer in the description box. 5-star read. 5-star read. Check out our review video. We had a lot of fun doing it. And then the most recent one is Less Than Zero. I read that this week and I loved it. I loved it. I did not expect to encounter everything that I read. Some of it was a little surprising to me and also a little shocking. I've never fully seen the movie. I've never watched the movie from beginning to end. And when we got to those parts that were a little, I can see why people challenged it. But back in 1985, it's 2024 now, and things have changed. There's worse things on television, in my honest opinion. But I really, really enjoyed Bret Easton Ellis's writing style. This is, I believe, his first published work. And from listening to him read the shards in an audiobook that I read last January, I was able to mimic his voice in my head when I was reading the book. And it was just good. It was really, really good. Takes you back to the 80s, takes you back to that magical time if you're a Gen Xer. And I highly recommend it if you've never read it, especially if you're Gen X. It's going to maybe bring some themes back for you about being in high school. Absolutely did for me, especially the high school that I went to. So I gave it 4.5 stars. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. And this was book number 40. So that's where we're at. I started the turnout and I kind of put it down. I wasn't in the mood for it. The turnout is oh no, that's Bunheads. The turnout is a ballet book that I have on my Kindle. What else? Did I start anything else? I also started The Red Badge of Courage. That is a reread for me. I read that when I was in school. I think I read it in high school. And I have a copy of it downstairs, but I wanted to see if I enjoyed it as much now as I did back then. And that's also a banned and/or challenged book. So let me know in the comment section down below, how are you doing with your challenge? What other challenges are you participating in this month? I would be really curious to find out. All right, everyone, I'm going to wrap it up here, and I will see you in my next video, whether that be sooner or later. So until next time, goodbye for now, and happy reading.